ಟಿವಿಯ ವಿಶೇಷ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ನಾನು ಕಾವೇರಿ. ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇದೇ ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿ ಆಯುರ್ವೇದಿಕ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ನ ಫೌಂಡರ್ ಆದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬನ್ನಿ ಅವರನ್ನ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸರ್, how did you set up an Ayurvedic center being an allopathic doctor?
It goes back to my childhood upbringing. I was quite spiritual in my early life. I met my guru and I spent a year with him in his house. During that time, of course, I had already decided to be a doctor. During that time, he had given me a lot of introduction about the Vedic sciences and Ayurveda, which is a part of the Vedic science. And he told me that Ayurveda has suffered 8 centuries of decline due to Mughal rule and the British rule, the various influences. And it has a very beautiful philosophy and it is really needed for the humanity. But it has to catch up 8 centuries of decline. So you have a mission to do in the future. So you go and study allopathic science. So you will have a better understanding on how to do it. And it has to go with a supersonic speed and it cannot just go with the baby steps because it has to catch up the 8 centuries. So this was just the beginning of my journey or the vision into the Ayurveda part.
So how was your journey beginning till pre-pandemic?
It was very rocky and it was smooth sailing also was there. In the last 4 or 5 years it was pretty smooth and we were really growing well. But it had a teething problem initially. And the corona situation really hit us really bad last year. We have recovered fairly well this year because see before corona our international clientele segment was almost 60 to 65% and the rest was domestic. And all of a sudden, it was cut off like within a few hours and there were no more international clientele coming. So we suffered heavily. Heavily means almost to the point of 95% of our revenue gone for the first 4 or 5 months. And that was very, very difficult and of course, a lot of people suffered like that. And then we slowly started increasing our domestic segment. And after the lockdown was open, after the first lockdown was open, our business had picked up fairly well. Okay. And during the second lockdown, we have managed because we had picked up the domestic segment and a lot of people were getting aware of the Ayurveda also. See, the awareness of Ayurveda was much more when the second lockdown started. So the people were much more daring in coming because in the first one they were so afraid they didn't want to go anywhere. In the second one, they got adjusted. It's like having a first baby was the most difficult one, the second is much easier, like that is, people got used to it. So we are okay to a certain extent. We picked up the domestic market well and our revenue is might have reached somewhere around 40% of our regular revenue. So we are chugging along, it's not like a very comfort zone we are in, but we are chugging along.
So how do you see the future of Ayurveda?
Fantastic. Ayurveda is going to be there and not only there, it is going to be in the center stage.
So can we just see your property?
Of course, of course.
many employees you have? How long they have been working with you, and why they are working the whole life with you?
Yeah, we have together about 140 employees on our payroll. Majority of them have been with us over 5 years, 10 years. Now the number of employees who have been working beyond more than 10 years is increasing every year.
Okay.
So we have a way of awarding them and giving some recognition each year during our anniversary.
Okay.
So the number of people who work more than 10 years is increasing now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Namaste, Doctor.
Namaste. How are you, Girish?
Yeah.
How are you, Rajendra? This is Rajendra, our
Hello.
purchase manager. This is Girish, our accountant.
Okay.
And he's been working with us for 10 years, and Rajendra has been working with us for 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
Namaste.
So how did your business survive in this toughest COVID era?
Very difficult. Very difficult. We were able to pay the salary of that particular month in
Okay.
full, and then there was a backlog thing because we had to send a lot of people home. But what we did was we started giving them a little bit, as much money as we could afford each month, and we've been paying them all along. So we have not really stopped anybody with their salaries. And we started calling them back to work, whatever the need was, and they were all very cooperative to support us in that very difficult time. And then they came back and they worked, and we rotated them so that everybody gets the same opportunity. Instead of just paying few people and sending them home, rest of
Yeah.
them home, we just rotated them. So we kept on paying them as and when the money started coming in. So they understood the problem. They all work like family members.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many members you have like here to work?
Total our employee strength has been between 130 and 140, and keeps varying depending on some of our requirement and somebody leaving, somebody coming. We always have about 10 to 15 therapists in the pipeline because some people leave because they get married or this and that, or we open new centers.
Okay.
So we do require therapists on a constant basis. So we always keep at least 10 people in the pipeline, and we train them. The training of the therapist is a signature part of our business. So
Okay.
we develop the entire training process,
Okay.
and in this business that is the most important part and the strongest pillar.
Okay.
And you had asked me earlier, how come these people are staying with you for so long?
Yeah, exactly.
And it is not just you who have been who asked that question. I've been consistently being asked that question by my guests who come here.
Okay.
And they also asked me another question. How come, doctor, they all like you so much? I said, I don't know. I just treat them as human beings.
Okay.
And I always believe in giving the right dignity, human dignity to people.
Okay.
Generally, I mean, most of our therapists are basically dropouts. They come from the villages. They have a very tough life. So we give them training. We give them jobs, and they're very happy, and we treat them well. And they get to work with very nice guests who are coming from all across India and from over 65 countries. So they get exposed to, okay, what's happening in the rest of the world, how people behave, how people react, and also their personality also has changed over the years, and they've become very international actually. So with all this, they feel very happy, and also they feel very proud of what they're doing, and they're here.
I see so many sandalwood trees here. What's the use of it?
Well, sandalwood trees, I didn't plant them, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Mysore is very famous for sandalwood. The sandalwood is propagated by the birds. When the birds eat the berries, and when it comes out of the GI system, it germinates when the rains come in the monsoon time.
Okay.
And they just spread on their own.
Okay.
So sometimes what happens is when the monsoon starts, there will be hundreds of saplings germinating under the tree. So they can't simply survive there. So we remove them, we thin them, and it just spreads. And it takes almost 40 years for them to mature. And Mysore is very famous for sandalwood, and it is their natural habitat. And I protected them, and I just don't disturb them, and they are there. Very happy. And also sandalwood is a very, very beautiful tree, in our all the mantras or Vedic ceremonies. They say Vanaspati rasodbhuto gandhatyo gandha uttamaha. That means among all the trees in the forest, sandalwood is the ultimate, and it has the finest essence.
Okay.
So the finest essence is nothing but the divinity itself. So the sandalwood is a very sacred tree, and we are so proud that it has decided to grow here naturally.
Know about Panchakarma. So what is it all about?
I will tell you what about Panchakarma, but let me just tell you this building.
Okay.
This building here is our dining hall. So the guests do the dining there, and during nice weather they will also sit outside, and next to that there are 2 treatment rooms. See, Panchakarma literally means 5 different methods of treatment.
Okay.
So these are the treatments which are designed thousands of years ago to detoxify the body and the mind. So they have a very beautiful system. There are pancha means there are 5 of them. It's called vamana, which is taking the toxins out through the vomiting process. Virechana, to take the toxins out through the purging. Basti, which is the way of taking the toxins out through like enema. And Rakta Mokshana, just letting out the blood at certain parts to take the toxins out. And Nasya Karma. Nasya Karma is putting some specific medicated oil to the nose, and it takes the toxins out from the neck up. So this is basically the 5 methodology of taking toxins. And toxins are divided into 3 types. They are Vata, Pitta and Kapha. They are the combinations of the 5 elemental principles in the universe. So this whole process of Panchakarma and the Ayurvedic philosophy is connected to the Panchamahabhutas, which are the space, air, fire, water, earth. So these elemental principles, they combine together to form 3 principles which govern all our physiology and psychology in the body. They are called Vata, Pitta, Kapha. And they can go out of balance during our life period. And to bring them into balance is the whole process in the Ayurveda. Recognizing which dosha is out of balance, and to bring it back to the balance is the methodology of the basic principle of the Ayurveda.
So these are your staffs?
Yes. Sunil, how are you? Narayana, how are you? Therapist. Narayana is handling 2-3 portfolios. He's also HR. He's also as a major manager of the therapy department. He was our therapist. He's one of the senior most therapists. And Sunil, he is a metody thing, and he pitches in whenever we need any help in any of the kitchen or the restaurant issues here. They've been with us for quite a long time. Narayana, you must have been here now, what exactly? 20 years, wow. And you?
About 17 years.
17 years, see,
That's
it's
nice,
a
yeah.
long period, yes.
So what is this, sir? This looks so beautiful.
These are the 2 treatment rooms. It's called Dhanvantari and Kaveri. One bears your name,
Okay.
so it's ready for you to come. And they're about 18 years old now.
Okay.
And we built them to make it look like a thatched place, but inside it's very comfortable and cozy.
So what do they do here?
We do all our treatments here.
Okay.
And this is a very typical uniform of our therapist.
Okay.
And this is Chitra.
Hello.
And that is Ganesha. They are 2 of our many star performers
Okay.
in the therapy department. And Ganesha has been with us for 15 years and Chitra with us for 12 years. And they both are trainers. They joined as trainee and they raised up in their hierarchy. Now they are trainers and they manage all the therapy departments, daily routines, and they train all the therapists.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really star performers. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಇದು ನಾವು ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಇದು 3 bedroom 3 baths ಇದೆ. ಈಗ 5 years ago ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಟರ್ ಸನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಂದರು. ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರು ನಮಗೂ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಈ ಕಡೆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೆರಡು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆ ಕಡೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನೀಗ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದವರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಲಕ್ಸುರಿ ವಿಲಾಸ್.
Okay.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರೇಟ್ ನಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. These are the some of our really high-end villas.
Okay. So you give
And
this
also
for...
it has a small kitchenette.
Okay.
So people, our average stay is almost more than 3 weeks here. Most people stay from anywhere from 14 to 21 days.
Okay.
So there many times what happens is people come from different culture or different country. You know, they like to have their own little food prepared or something like that. So they stay here.
Okay.
And they really enjoy that.
So how many villas do you have like this?
These independent villas, we have two. This is like a super luxury ones.
Okay.
And then we have few other in a sort of intermediate category. There are two separate ones. And then the rest are like in a cluster. Two of them together, four of them together, like that.
Okay. Okay.
Hi Suresh, how are you? How are you? He's our Deputy General Manager, Suresh.
Okay. Okay. Namaste.
He's been with us for 5 years.
Okay.
He's also our son-in-law.
Okay. That's
And
nice.
his wife, who is our daughter, also works with us in
Okay.
the center. in the
Okay.
center. You will be meeting her
Okay.
further down.
Namaste. This doctor.
This is a Om sound. So it goes on from morning till evening.
Okay.
Continuously, it repeats itself. And Om is a primordial sound. And it's a very, it's like a cosmic sound. So it's very good for body, I mean for the mind, and to the body of course also, and to all the trees and everything, the birds. That sound continuously going on brings a lot of harmony, sometimes knowingly, sometimes unknowingly, to the people who are the trees. They listen to it. So it's very beautiful. It goes on throughout our property, not just this one box.
Okay.
Throughout our property we have, at every few feet, we have this box, and it goes on all the time.
This place.
This is our luxury cottages.
Okay.
There are 8 cottages here, a cluster. 2 of them are independent,
Okay.
and other 2 or other 4 actually are twins.
Okay.
And then we have a cluster of 4 cottages.
Hello.
We call them swastik cottages. This is Kala,
Okay.
our manager. She holds many portfolios.
Okay.
My personal assistant to corporate affairs, to housekeeping manager, to all around. And in fact, she lives here with her husband,
Okay.
who joined us 40 years ago. And after she got married 23 years ago, she's been working for us too.
Okay.
And this is Vishwa, our housekeeping boy. He's been with us for 2 years. He's one of the star performers.
Okay.
Yeah. See, these are our twin cottages. There's one room here and one room there.
So why have you put this barricade to the sandalwood trees?
Well, you know, the people, they steal the sandalwood.
Okay.
They come in the night, they will cut it with a laser and they take it off. So I've done as much as possible to protect them.
Okay.
So it has survived this long. So let's see how long it's going to survive.
So you have so many plants here. It's useful for medicine purpose?
Yeah, a lot of them are for medicinal purposes also because they harvest them on a daily basis for various treatments.
Okay.
And also a lot of them are just trees.
Okay.
Now the forest healing and forest walking is considered to be a very favorite thing now in the wellness industry.
Yeah.
And they have done a lot of research actually on this, and there are a lot of chemicals they have measured. And it makes a lot of difference in just 2 hours of walking on a weekend
Okay.
from a highly stressed urban environment to the people, and their body chemicals change. If they do the same amount of walking in the place in the urban area where they're living, where there are no trees, they don't show the same chemical changes. So the trees have a tremendous amount of healing effect.
Okay.
It is not just that they breathe carbon dioxide and give you oxygen.
Yeah.
It is the aroma, it is the energy, it is the emotions they give you, and that peace and tranquility you get while you're walking through the forest
Okay.
is one of the most beautiful things.
Yeah.
And sandalwood oil, for example, is the only essential oil which opens up all your chakras.
Okay.
That's only one single essential oil, but there are other oils for different chakras, but this one opens up all the chakras. And we have neem, we have so many other plants here, all the fruit trees, the mangoes, the oranges, and the papayas, jackfruit,
Okay.
a lot of them. Yeah.
So why is he playing flute?
This one, he starts at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
When people are just waking up, and
Okay.
he plays some beautiful morning ragas, and it's a live play, always makes a lot of difference
Yeah.
instead of putting a record.
Yeah.
So he's just a wonderful person. He comes every day, and he does that every morning,
Okay.
and our guests love it. What raga is that?
This is
Bhairavi?
library.
So that is the good for the morning raga. Huh? So you come here every morning and you play.
Yes,
Ah,
very nice.
wonderful. Your name?
My name is Samir.
Sami. Nice to meet you.
Why do you have mountain bike here?
We have 3,000 acres of forest next to us.
Okay.
This is the only city in India which has got 3,000 acres of forest within the city.
Okay.
And it is a little mountain. So people like to go up the mountain biking.
Okay.
And when the guests are here for a longer term and longer period, and there are a lot of people who like to have a little, exercise and go out in the mountains.
Okay.
And they take these bikes. So we got a few of those,
Okay.
and the guests enjoy that very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your future plan as a founder of IVAC?
See, we want to expand in such a way that it covers different age groups also. Like there is a huge demand for the aging population, to serve the aging population.
Okay.
And very few centers are there to cater to the high net worth people.
Okay.
And also the wellness, so-called wellness, as we give in the Indus Valley, is not available to a lot of people.
Okay.
The world is aging in very rapid speed.
Yeah.
And it is usually they have some doctors coming in, checking their blood pressure, this and that, and some tests and all, which is good.
Okay.
But this preventive medicine, which is the main theme of Ayurveda, is not available to them. So I want to do this both in India and globally, many centers, where this aging population can get the benefit of a very comfortable aging with many facilities, and especially the AI coming in. Artificial intelligence, we want to adopt that also, and in a very luxury environment they can retire, and they have the wellness next door for
Okay.
them.
Okay.
And also integrated approach will be there for them, whatever they need. So this is my future plan.
Okay.
And now-
we even know that you run a foundation.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's called Indus Valley Foundation.
Okay.
So through the foundation, we mainly do our training program.
Okay.
And they are given when they are recruited, they have zero knowledge about the therapy, and we give them complete training, 1 year training,
Okay.
which includes internship also. During the training, we give them free accommodation,
Okay.
free food,
Okay.
free training,
Okay.
uniform, shoes, and a stipend. So that all comes from the Indus Valley Foundation. And Indus Valley Ayurvedic Center, which is a profit center,
Okay.
which funds the Indus Valley Foundation, and it does that free work. So a lot of times, people are wondering, what are you going to do the poor people? So this is our contribution to the poor people in that way.
Okay.
This is Prabhakar, our manager. I call him boss. He has been with us for 40 years now.
Okay.
But initially, when I purchased, for almost 20 years, it was not like IVAC. Now, since IVAC started, he got into the IVAC payroll. Before that, he was with me as my regular employee. And he has a team of people for maintenance. Now, he takes care of the maintenance. He's all in one, basically. Anytime, 24/7, he's there for us.
You have got so many awards. Can you please show us?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Pratima. This is Pratima.
Hello.
She's my daughter. She
Okay.
works here. She's also director in the company. She also heads the front office, marketing, many portfolios to take care. Yeah. She's been with us for 5 years now.
Okay.
She's married to the Deputy General Manager, Suresh.
yeah,
We
yeah.
introduced him earlier, yes.
Please welcome.
Kaveri, these are my personal recognitions.
Okay.
And on the right side, these are all our treatments, pictures. And this is the Indus script. We have Indus Valley Ayurvedic Center, and Vedas were supposed to have taken origin at the Indus Valley. And to know some of the Indus scripts,
Okay.
at that time we have collected this, but unfortunately nobody has been able to decipher them so far.
Okay.
So they're still there.
Okay.
At least we know what are the seals they recovered from the Indus Valley civilization area. So we have just kept them as a record.
Okay. What are these, doctor?
These are all the different coverages by the media.
Okay.
So we have printed them and put them on the wall for our guests to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doctor, I would love to meet your Vaidyas.
Yes, I'll introduce them to you.
Okay.
This is Dr. Belako, and this is Dr. Deepti. And Dr. Deepti has been with us for past 14 years.
Okay.
She also took a sabbatical for a year, and she went to UK and she came back. And Dr. Belako has been with us for 11 years. Dr. Deepti also handles the marketing part of it, sales and marketing part. And also she is the head of the department and chief consultant. And Dr. Belako mainly takes care of the clinical side of it. So between the two, they have been with us for a long time, so I don't have to worry about anything. They take care of it.
These are your awards, isn't it?
Yeah, we won the awards, many awards during the years we have been in operation. See, this one recently we got a premium spa selection from the European Wellness and Spa Europe certificate. So we have national, international, so many certificates and awards we got over the years. And this one is really not an award. It is like a gift. There was a guest here, so very much into spirituality. So he and I had some good interaction, not really too much of interaction. He was at my house maybe for about half an hour. And a year later, he calls me and he tells me, "Doctor, I have a hand-painted painting on silk. And it is very special for us. He is from Taiwan. His name is Tai Rong Shu. That means he's not tie the wrong shoe, like the Tai Rong Shu. He said, I was given this by the artist, a painter, and he asked me to give this to someone whom I really love, respect. So he said, the only person I can think of, although I spent only half an hour, it was you. I really had the impact in my life. He said, "Oh, it's okay, thank you so much." And then he sent it. So we kept that as a gift.
There are some medals too.
Yes, we got this last year.
Okay.
This is from the ASACAM. It's one of the prestigious awards. We got a medal. This is they had an Ayush Mela, a special one for Ayurveda thing. So there we were selected as one of the best. They gave us a great appreciation from the
Okay.
ASACAM.
Okay.
These are our products
Okay.
we manufacture here. It's a very small company called Herbal Nutrients Private Limited,
Okay.
Indus Valley Herbal Nutrients Private Limited, and we have several oils, churnas, and a few products. And when we need more product, we also source them from outside, from reputed companies, and we give them to the guests.
So even you manufacture products
Yes,
here?
we do manufacture a few products,
Okay.
and all our massage oils and few other oils are manufactured here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to tell people something who wants to come here?
Yes, they can come here for rejuvenation, for improving their immunity, wellness, and to learn the principles of Ayurveda and how it helps in their lifestyle.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you for joining us till now.
Thank
It was
you.
a pleasure to meet you.
thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ನೋಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಐವ್ಯಾಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆ ಲಭ್ಯವಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಇದೇ ಹೊತ್ತಿನ ವಿಶೇಷ. ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಟಿವಿ.